Hey guys, so in the last video I got the main hoop and the crossbars in on the roll cage on the Ranger, and I realized that I did something wrong, so I'm gonna have to cut some stuff out. So basically what happened was these tubes, these are the vertical part of the main hoop. So there's, it comes out the back of the cab there, runs down the A-pillar, and this it had rotated on me, so instead of being vertical, it was kicked over that way. What that was causing was on the part that comes off the frame, it's got a loop that comes off the frame and it runs down under the cab, and then at the back of the cab it curves back into the frame. These vertical tubes on both sides were in like an inch and a half. They were too far inboard towards the center of the truck to meet that, I'll call it an outrigger, to meet that correctly. And I just used some ratchet straps to pull it over, and it was causing some gap issues between the dash bar, which is going to end up, it goes up here. It's causing some gap issues between that bar and the two main hoops. So, and I think what's going to happen is I'm going to cut all the tack welds on these crossbars, and I'm going to let that whole tube rotate out, and then I'm going to re-tack everything in. And that should, when it rotates, it should let this bend here, because it kind of bends. It goes up the A-pillar and it kicks in a little bit. When it rotates out, that's going to move this way just a little bit, and that'll tighten that crossbar up. So that's the plan for today. Start cutting stuff out and redo it. Ranger, but finally getting back to it. I've got all the crossbars tacked in. I verified with TE Designs and a couple of buddies of mine in the Southeast Prerunners. They said everything looks good. I had some concerns that this bar was a little high, but the guys over at TE Designs said that it all looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and start welding these in place completely. So get that going today. Alright, so I've got all the crossbars welded in. I need to put a second pass on the welds, and then I will start all of the crossbars that go across the roof, or all the X's that go across the roof. And then that should be the main part of the cage done. Then it's on to all the vertical stuff.